let me tell you what happened without telling you what happened, or by telling you what happened. Should I refill my drink? No. I've already had like 6 of these. And that is episode 1 of To Your Eternity. Hey guys, welcome back to Gail Talk Dog. Today we're gonna be checking out a new anime called To Your Eternity, and I've been seeing this on TikTok. Not a lot, but enough to pique my interest because people have been saying that people have been saying that this is the new best anime for spring 2021. So I was like, I don't know, let me check it out, because at that point there was 1 episode. Now that I am going to look at it, there are 2 episodes. So let me look at the first episode, see what's up, and then let's discuss if this does look like the best anime for spring 2021. So before I start, I want to give my thoughts, right? My authentic, genuine thoughts. For people to watch 1 episode and say this is the best thing for this time period, that's a big leap. And maybe it is that they were in a good mood and they watched it and they were like, this was really good, and now everybody's hyping it up. I mean, to say the best from 1 episode, that's a lot. So I'm trying to not have my hopes up too high. Let's not have our expectations too high. We're just gonna look at it without watching a trailer, just see what this show is about. I think it's gonna be good. I think as of right now, it's a 5 out of 10. I'll give it 5 out of 10 just because I expect it to be entertaining, and I don't want to give it too much hype because I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, so that's what we're going in with. It's going to be good, it's going to be enjoyable, but it's not necessarily going to blow my mind. Okay, let's go. Pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Would I say I see this as being the best? No. Was it good? Yes. It was very good. It was very entertaining. It was very intriguing. Now, because of how people built it up, I was expecting something, oh my god, wow, fantastic. And I kept waiting for that for the whole episode. It doesn't happen. Until the very end of the episode, something happens. And you know what? Fuck it. So you are here because you probably see it already. So let me tell you what happened without telling you what happened, or by telling you what happened. So what happened was, right, somebody, I don't know who. Should I refill my drink? No. I've already had like 6 of these. So actually, let me just refill my drink real quick. Be right back. I'm back. So somebody, I don't know who, put an orb onto the world. An orb. A ball of light. To observe the world for some reason. And the orb took the form of a stone. And then as time passed, it got moss. And as even more time passed, the season changed. And it started to snow. And as this snowed, there was this wounded wolf that died, and the orb took, I believe, the form of this wolf. This wolf returned back to its owner, that was what seems to be a young boy, and this young boy is by himself. Everybody else that he lived with, all the adults, the strong adults, then voyaged off to find sustainable life, because it's basically a snowy, think, I don't know, the North Pole, right? And so there's just snow, and you have to fish, you have to crack the ice and fish for food, and that's what he does. And he has like this little house, and he has to make fire, and he has to dry the fish, because that's all you can eat. There's no, there are no plants. It's just snow, because it's the North Pole. It's not really North Pole. I'm just painting a picture here, right? And so the people, his parents and stuff, left to find like betterment, because he knows there's something called fruit, and he also had vegetables at one point in life, but he doesn't remember. And this wolf that is not his wolf, but he thinks it's his wolf, but it's really the orb, they venture out here. He decides, this shit, I stayed back here to take care of the old people. You, Wolfie, you prevented me from going there because you bit my leg. Do you remember? You bit my leg and I couldn't walk. It's okay. He is so optimistic and kind and innocent. He's sweet. He's a sweet boy. And he was like, remember when you bit my leg? Now, if my dog had bite me, I'd be like, your mother. Like, I wasn't gonna be like, shut up, brother, you bite me. I don't do that till this day. But this guy, he did that. And then they show you like tombstones, because I guess the old people died because they're old and it's snowing and the temperatures and the conditions are not ideal. So they died and he's alone. And he draws these faces on the wall so that if anybody, you know, he could know that there were people here. He's all alone. He's by himself and he seems like a child. So there is this child in the snow by himself with just a wolf to talk to, and the wolf, mind you, was gone for 2 months. So when the wolf came back and it's the orb, he don't know, like, he was lonely AF. So he decides to venture out where his family went to and find betterment. And on his way, he is still optimistic as ever, and then he finds like what seems to be a graveyard. So he sees that people did pass here, but what the same tombstones we saw that symbolized that the grandparents were dead, symbolized that whoever passed here died. And he's looking at the wolf and he's like, this is so great, this is great news, people actually passed here. And then you can see him crying because he's trying to remain optimistic. But baby boy, it is okay to be sad, because this is frustrating. This is a very frustrating situation. And so he's frustrated, and he fell into the ice, right? Because like I said, it's the North freaking Pole, and there's ice, and the ice cracks, and he falls into it, and he jumps out, and he's like, oh, it's okay. But the ice cuts him. He has a gash on his thigh, and he bandages it and stuff. But he has to, when he reaches this point where he's like, okay, people died here, let's not even bother, he goes back to where he came from, right, where he initially started, where his family was, that starting point. And he gets a fever because, homeboy, you have a gash in your thigh and all you did was wrap that up with some bandage. And he's sick, and he's still optimistic, and then he dies. And when he dies, no, he sat down in the rocking chair. He was on the bed, then he went by the fireplace and he made food for the wolf, and then he went on the rocking chair and fell asleep. And I was like, oh God, don't tell me this boy dead here, you know. Let me tell you something, this boy dead right there. He died. And the wolf, which was the orb, took his form. So they show you that when he dies, he met all of his family that voyaged off. He met his wolf and everything in the afterlife. And then the orb took the form of this boy and is now carrying on, I don't know, whatever quest this boy was on, or voyage, or adventure, or mission. And that is episode 1 of To Your Eternity. So could it be that his orb is going to just keep doing shit like that and assuming people's identities for all of eternity? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's a good show. So, I mean, that was my just description of the episode 1. My thoughts are it was enjoyable, but just based on that episode, I would not say this is the best anime for spring 2021. I wouldn't say that. But it was good. And I guess I have to watch episode 2 now. So let me do that. But please, I am very interested in finding out your opinions if you've seen it. What do you think? Did you watch it and think, wow, this is the best anime of spring 2021? Or did you think, eh? Or did you think, this has some potential, it's pretty good? Let me know, and thank you for sticking around for Gail Talk Dog. Please do not forget to like, comment your opinions and thoughts below, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!